Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about how manufacturers of custom accessories, straps, jewelry, leather goods, cases, and small batch items can remove chaos from their sales process, reduce back and forth communication, and increase conversions using modern 3D configurators. We'll walk through a real case, the Strap Tailor, a brand that built an entire business around fully customized watch straps. You'll see real before and after interfaces, hear directly from the founder, David Richards, and learn how the same approach can work in your business. If you produce a customizable product, you already know the pattern. Your uniqueness attracts customers and creates operational pain. Every order is different. Every customer asks for something specific, and every option leads to another round of questions. Before the 3D configurator, this is what the Strap Tailor dealt with every day. Imagine asking a customer to picture what whiskey leather with red stitching and a sandwich construction looks like. Of course, they start messaging. What will it look like? Can I change the edge color? Do you have an example? Will this fit my watch? And suddenly, you're in a chain of 10 to 15 emails for a single order. At some point, this stops scaling. We see the same pattern with leather workshops, jewelers, bag makers, belt makers, anyone producing custom goods. Before we dive into the problems and the transformation, let me give you a quick snapshot of the Strap Tailor, straight from David, the founder.
Pre-COVID, I'd started to basically sort of turn my hobby, which was watch collecting and leather work, into a business. And that started very small scale. I started it on the side, built a little Instagram profile, and really very quickly I realized that people actually wanted a product. Like, I was struggling to find watch straps that suited my own needs. So I was already a watch collector. And a lot of that comes from the passion from my granddad, who got me into watches, and I struggled to find what I actually wanted. So something that fits, something that has my own style and design, and something that actually kind of has some character and everything. I started to put pictures on Instagram, and people would reach out to me and be like, "Oh, hey, that's really cool. Could you make one for my Omega Steam Master or my Rolex Submariner," whatever it was. And eventually I got to the point where I was able to quit my job at Google. I jumped feet first into doing my own thing because I was really enjoying just, starting my own business. We have a nice little unit on a farm 3 minutes from our house now. So my commute has gone from 3 hours a day to 6 minutes probably in total round trip, which is like, I think what most people would dream of. Now we sell thousands of watch straps. We've sold to 50 or 60,000 customers worldwide over the 8 years. We sell mostly actually to the US. The US is our biggest market now. So UK, US, Asia, Australia, Europe, of course. But yeah, the US is a very big customer of ours now. Yeah, we've been growing on a really nice trajectory.
Here's how David Richards, the founder of the Strap Tailor, describes what their process used to look like.
What kind of problems did you face as this thing started to scale?
Oh, well, yeah, capacity is the biggest one, right? Like, the challenge of success or people wanting the product is like, how much can you physically make? So initially that was, a hobby turned into a job, which was initially the side hustle, right? So I was still commuting into London for my day job, which was at Google, which was, busy enough as it was, coming home, then working till early hours to, create a product and create a good experience for the customers, deal with emails, run my Instagram account, all the usual stuff with running a small business. But there are kind of two parts that are challenging. One is creating the physical product, because there's only so much time in the day. And like over the years, we've, grown a team to help support that, right? Like it's not just me anymore. But also one of the biggest challenges was dealing with the volume of emails, because that one-to-one relationship we have with customers also creates a ton of emails, because a customer's got 50 questions on what kind of stitching they might want, or what leather would work well, or what would that look like if we put it all together. And that meant that there was just this constant sort of churn of emails and communication, which over time, as the business grows and as you get more repeat customers, becomes unscalable because you're just going back and forth on email all the time. But equally, you know, yeah, we have scale issues or had scale issues where we could only make so many products at any one time because of the handmade nature of them. So yeah, materials, scalability, capacity, all of those things become challenging. So yeah, it's not been without its challenges, but we feel like we've got to a good place with those now. We have good capacity, yeah, we're still very much a made-to-order business, and that's the way I'd like to keep it, because I think that choice is what, you know, customers enjoy, and the reason why customers keep coming back to us.
Wow. So you had the front end capacity problem because every order was custom. And I understand in the back end, you had to build out a international network of craftsmen and artisans to increase your manufacturing capacity.
That's right, yeah. So that all...
And this is the reality for almost every custom manufacturer. The only sustainable way forward is to move customization out of email and into a visual, intuitive interface where customers can see the result instantly, make decisions faster, and build their own configuration. That's exactly what a configurator delivers. Now, let's look at how this works in real life. Here's the actual TST configurator. Everything updates instantly. The customer sees the leather texture, stitching color, edge paint, thickness in real time. They also see the price immediately, can download a specification PDF, and complete the order in a single continuous flow.
And every time I open it, I'm surprised, because I'm like, I wouldn't imagine someone would have done that, or I didn't think someone would put rally holes in that type of leather, or I'm amazed that someone's done pink edge paint with like blue stitching. And it's always actually like, it's like a fun lottery of like, open the PDF and see what someone's printed today. So yeah, like honestly, it's like there's an endless choice of permutations. And what this also solves for us is that back and forth of like, well, yeah, what would it look like with yellow stitching, and can we do green edge paint, and what if we change the leather to black?
A 3D configurator isn't just a visual tool. It has a full rules engine behind it, defining what can and cannot be built. This means the customer only sees valid combinations, no incompatible materials, no incorrect widths, no impossible stitching options. All production constraints, material limits, and technical rules are encoded inside the system. As a result, no wrong orders, no wrong PDFs, no incorrect specs, and no need for manual checking ever. Automation is what turns a configurator from a nice visual tool into a real operational system. All order parameters, materials, colors, sizes, rules are transferred automatically. Nobody has to copy anything by hand. The order arrives with the full specification, PDF, and configuration link. It removes human error, saves hours of work, and gives your production team a clean, ready-to-build worksheet.
Almost none. Certainly as a male, I can't think of many things. You know, maybe there's like, you know, a Nike trainer where you can add your name and maybe choose some colored panels or something, but there aren't many things I can think of where you get to actually customize it. And I think the watch world is certainly a world where people like to be unique. Like they like something that's a bit different. They like to stand out, and ultimately we're growing the business because now we've got this new product, which is also probably tapping into a new audience that are maybe younger as well, like who really want that bespoke customization. It's opening up the doors to a completely different audience for us. So we're seeing the revenue impact, and we're seeing the time saving impact as well. So yeah, like I say, we feel like we're sort of winning on both sides of the equation that we set out to handle, really. Yeah, I mean, funnily enough, this was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, but that is actually testament to the team that reached out to us.
And before we move to the final takeaway, I want to share how David describes the collaboration and where he sees this technology going next.
So you got this awesome business that your customers love, that you're delivering custom products that your customers like me can custom design, but you still had the problem of scaling this business and processing, going from 400 plus emails back and forth with customers. And so you're looking to scale this thing. What led you to find our sister company, the Digital Tails Group? And how did you find them?
Yeah, I mean, funnily enough, this was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, but that is actually testament to the team that reached out to us. So first of all, like, the reason we started this project is sort of going back to that point about customers wanting something unique, being able to visualize it. Like, that was our biggest challenge, because like, whilst I can give recommendations, like the final question is always like, well, what's it going to look like? You know, like, well, kind of need you to use your imagination a bit, right? It's like this leather on the website, and you know what yellow looks like, so imagine this with a yellow stitching. And like, that's quite hard to do, because like, well, it kind of sounds cool, but like, I don't know. So that's how this kind of project started. It was like, okay, well, it looked really great if we could do a configurator on the site. Once we started to kind of get an idea of what we wanted this to look like, my initial concern was like, can someone do this realistically enough that it doesn't look like a sort of relatively average 3D model, which really is just going to cause loads of pain, because someone's going to design a strap, they're going to receive it and be like, oh, it doesn't look anything like the tool on the website. So I was a little bit reticent at first whether this was even achievable. And actually, I feel so lucky now that I look back, and I'm not saying this to blow smoke or anything, but I feel so lucky that your team reached out to me, because like, they obviously saw my ad and thought it fits in their kind of wheelhouse of skills, and they showed me some of the projects they'd worked on in the past, which some were very pertinent to my product and a very similar look and feel, and some were like, you know, furniture, for example, but I could see how they'd developed the thinking and where they'd got to, which was a really advanced product. Like, I had such confidence with them, and yeah, like, how long have we been working together now? Probably a year and a bit, and we're still obviously working together to develop the tool further now. But yeah, I thought the process was going to be a lot harder, but I think that's in testament to your team, that they did give me an incredible amount of confidence that I found the right people very quickly, which I think is part luck and also them reaching out at the right time as well, to be honest.
Yes, yeah, in a spiritual sense, the universe conspired to bring us together.
It did feel like that,
Yeah, the team at Digital Tails, the Digital Tails Group, they took it very personal, because your business is like that, but it's also very inspiring. So they just, to this day, continue to love working with you.
And I think, you know, like, even if we look at the configurator today, with the number of options that we have available, and I would still say our configurator today is basic, really, even though it offers so much choice, there is still the opportunity to do an advanced one, which we're actually looking at now with Nick, where you could like select an advanced toggle. So people who want to like choose their own taper even, or the watch style, or the clasp type, like there's a whole other tangent we can go down. But where we are today, yeah, like, even with the options we have available, there's probably 10 million plus different straps you could make, because of all the different leathers, all the different colors, stitching, edge paint, padding choices, sizes. And I think that's because they do one and they're like, oh, this is really cool, and that's then they do another one, they add that to their basket, because that's kind of cool as well. And I think people enjoy it. It's like a fun thing to do as well, because you're like, I can't believe I can.
You mentioned that the configurator publishes the bespoke design that the customer did, and then it's pushing it into Shopify, but you can get a PDF of here's what the order is, and here's what they actually ordered in the configuration. So what's the implementation been like on the back end?
So the implementation has actually been really seamless, and that's probably because we don't see a lot of the complex stuff that goes behind it, right? That's the art of what Nick and Stefan and his team do. They built all of our wireframes so we could actually get a view of, like, you know, how would this look like on the website, and we've been through that whole iterative process and got to the sort of visual aspect. Whereas with our configurator now, everything is very clear. So like you can't really miss a detail. And if you missed it, you just weren't trying hard enough, because we have the visual element and the data. And I think what Nick and the team are going to help us with next year is actually automating that as well. So where at the moment we still have to manually put that into our worksheet, which is just because we have a separate Google Sheet with all of our customer orders and all the specs on, which we've kept for 8 years for every customer. We are still manually entering our specs onto there, but Nick and the team are going to help us like automate that too. So we will have a completely seamless, like order in, customers design their strap, gets fired into the order system, and then that will automatically be translated into our worksheet as well. So we'll load up our worksheet, and in part that helps me grow my business, right? If I look after my customers, if I give them more choice and I create them a great product and I use quality materials, I hope they will come back in 3 months' time, in a year, in 2 years. They will tell a friend. Like for me, that is important, and that translates into revenue, which enables me to create more products, pay my team, get a big premises when we run out of space, because we've got so many products now.
If you were chatting with another business owner that manufactured some kind of custom designed product, what would you advise them to do about solving the problems that you solved?
Oh, that's a tricky one. I think for me, the most important part is like trying to break down the most common question. I think what a business owner can do is try and, I guess, create the brief. I like distill everything they know about their product and the pain points, like what is causing them the most amount of what's taking the most amount of time to solve. But then it's also leaning on the expertise of someone like your team, right, or digital, because actually the skills they add are way beyond what I have. I was basically saying, look, I'm trying to distill this problem from my world, and they're like, well, don't worry about how the other stuff works. We can help you develop that. And actually they added layers to the problem that I didn't know existed, or that they added solutions, I guess, to the problem that I didn't know were necessary. So
like what comes to mind?
So I think partly UX. So, how do we best transition a customer through this journey, on whether that's on a laptop device, desktop, mobile, how best do we visualize it? How best do we use lighting? How best do we use different layers to bring textures to life? There were so many things that I guess we hadn't really considered, or after the fact. Now that we have the tool, they're like, okay, well, these are 5 other things you could do that would really bring it to life. So how do we use AI so that a customer could see the strap that they've made on the watch that they actually own, rather than the model that we have? How can we use augmented reality to try it on, like so you can actually see it from your phone on your wrist? How can we help you take that manual process you have in the back end and build the tool to push all of that straight out? There were so many things that I guess we hadn't really considered, or after the fact. Now that we have the tool, that's kind of why I love the process, really, is it feels like we've kind of come to this point together, and I think we've done a good job at trying to distill it for them, but they really helped us bring it to life, I would say.
Wow, this is awesome. Well, I have taken up enough of your time, David. Thanks so much for investing your time with me and telling your success story, and you've taken a business that I'm not even sure I knew existed into something I'm really proud to wear and talk about.
So what changed after implementing the configurator? Before, 10 to 15 emails per order. Now, customers build straps themselves. Before, 400 incoming emails on Mondays. Now, email load drops dramatically. Before, customers uncertain about the final product. Now, order volume increases. Before, manual spec creation mistakes. Now, PDF and CRM auto-generated. Before, slow, heavy sales process. Now, instant visuals, higher conversion. And also, younger audience engages more. The business becomes scalable. This approach works far beyond watch straps. We see the same needs in jewelry, leather goods, accessories, wood and metal custom products. Customers want visual clarity. Businesses need structure, automation, realism, and a fast path to purchase. A 3D configurator solves all of these at once. If you'd like to see how a configurator could work for your product line, we can review your case, evaluate your materials and options, and propose a blueprint tailored to your operations. This initial review is free and carries no obligation.